The French World Cup winning team of 1998 is often remembered for its diversity that united the nation. Players like Zinedine Zidane, Patrice Vieira, and Thierry Henry are the most notable members of that multicultural team. However, people often forget about Robert Pires. Pires was born and raised in France with his Portuguese father and Spanish mother. Pires spent most of his childhood dressed in two different football shirts that reflected his divided loyalty. One was a Benfica shirt for his father, and the other was a Real Madrid shirt for his mother. He initially had difficulty in school because he was not fluent in French due to the fact his parents only spoke Spanish and Portuguese at home. Like many of his teammates from that 1998 World Cup team, Pires grew up as an outsider in France. Pires' passion for football was inherited from his father, who played for a local team in Reims. Every Saturday night, Pires would travel with his father just to watch him play. The Frenchman shared his father's passion for the game as he spent countless hours after school practicing. At the age of 15, Pires left school and began his dream of a career in football at Reims. He eventually moved to the illustrious Metz Academy, where players like Franck Ribéry, Sadio Mane, and Kalidou Koulibaly came through. Pires would go on to make his first team debut for Metz at the age of 20. During his time at Metz, Pires gained various admirers around Europe, including Arsene Wenger, who was in charge of Monaco. Pires was always cautious with moves to bigger sides, however, which led him to turn down clubs his mom and dad supported, Real Madrid and Benfica, as well as Wenger's Monaco. Pires was a patient professional who was very clever about his career. He excelled at Metz, helping them to their best ever campaign in the 1997-98 season, where they lost the title on goal difference. The next season, he would move to Marseille, which was a step up from Metz, but even this was a relatively small step up considering the genuine European giants who were interested in the Frenchman. Pires' first season at Marseille was good, but his second was a disaster. Pires had been made captain, which was a huge role at a club with an incredibly intense fan base. Marseille experienced a turbulent season, while Pires came under heavy scrutiny. Eventually, after falling out with the fans, Pires handed in a transfer request. At the time, Wenger was still keeping tabs on the winger, and when Marc Overmars moved to Barcelona for €25 million, Arsenal made Pires his replacement. Pires cost Arsenal just €6 million, where he would team up with national team members Thierry Henry and Patrice Vieira. At Arsenal, Wenger deployed Pires as a left winger, whereas at Marseille he had played as a number 10. While it took a few games for Pires to come to terms with English football, he was sensational after that initial struggle. For 3 straight seasons, he was the Premier League's top scoring midfielder. During the Invincible season in 2003 and 2004, he had a career-high 19 goals. Only Thierry Henry had more goals that season for the Gunners. While both Henry and Bergkamp remain more celebrated at Arsenal, there remains a high level of admiration for Pires amongst the Arsenal fan base. When Pires eventually left the club, it was a huge blow for the fans. The Frenchman chose to leave Arsenal for Villarreal, where he would play alongside none other than Santi Cazorla, the future Arsenal midfielder. In a way, Pires has never truly left Arsenal. He bought a flat in London near where the Highbury Stadium used to stand. When he would eventually retire in 2016, Pires returned to Arsenal as a member of the coaching staff. He's been present ever since, as he now serves as a coach in the academy setup. As a coach in the academy, Pires would have been involved with the development of Arsenal's new number 7, Bukayo Saka. Saka will understand what it means to wear that jersey, the jersey that Pires famously made his own. While both Henry and Bergkamp have their own statues outside the Emirates, Pires should be next in line. The Frenchman who took the Premier League by storm. Once an invincible, always an invincible.